So then what is so unique about forest school then? Or the benefits that maybe only you can get from forest school and nowhere else?
So this is the thing, which is also why I close as well, right? Which because as I also am learning as I evolve my own forest school practice, I start to realize how that practice can happen in so many different settings. And so I don't think it's unique to itself. Like forest on you can only have that experience in forest school. I don't think it's true. I think you can have forest school in many, many different settings, even in the urban setting, even in production, even in films, even in is the mindset of how we do things. So if I were to anchor it on one point, is what my sensei used to share with me, which is the whole point of forest school practice is we help bring people to a space between the earth and the stars. And as long as that is the work and intention, then you are at that practice already. So for us, it's the easier place to do it. But once we learn how to do it, we can do it in any setting. And that's the next level.
I want to share my own experience as a parent who has sent the children to forest school. And I have to say that it takes a lot of self-discipline to shut up and not react. Because when you know you're in an unfamiliar environment, you will see your child fearlessly walk through tall grass, grass that is as tall as your child. And as a parent, you go like, okay, what if there's snakes? What if there's a hole? What if there's centipede? What if there's, like a million and one things are there. But the child just crawls right into this. They see like a little hedge, like with a opening. They'll just crawl in. Oh, to them it's an adventure, and it takes really a lot of self restraint on my part to just not react. And I think this is something very unique to forest school, that sense of exploration and that fearlessness of the environment that I think can only come with being in a setting like that, because it's so, it's very, the forest, or rather nature, is just stable. I feel in that sense, like it's solid in that sense, right? It's not like human factors where you don't really know what this person is going to do next. But nature is sort of just there. And so I feel like the unique thing about the forest is that it provides this stability. Of course, we can talk about unpredictable weather and all that, but there's this sense of stability in the space, in the ground, and that sense of, if you trample your feet loud and then all the other creatures know that you're there, they are not gonna attack you for nothing. Like like the animals or the whatever is out there, they don't attack you for nothing. Usually they are also afraid, or they are provoked, or So there's this almost predictability to that. But humans, not like that, right? Like some people just attack not because they are provoked, but just because you don't know what's going on. And so people always veer towards nature, animals, when they're looking for that sense of stability. So I think there's something very unique about forest school that is very beneficial for all of us, that cannot be replaced by anything else.
I like what you share, because I think as you shared, it reminds me of that two words. And as you share, there's two words that really symbolizes that uniqueness that you were sharing, was time and space. So I think forest school allow for people to be at that time and space moments, instead of trying to live, in the past or the future. And I think that time and space, almost like we like to call it, like sometimes doing forest school session at time, like time and space, we contort or we almost manipulate time and space in that setting, in the play and the freedom and everything. Sometimes time almost stands still, the space almost expands in ways that is not just realistically looking at things. So it's very spiritual in that sense as well. I think what you're sharing at the time was the connection with yourself and the place and the time and the environment, that uniqueness. I agree which is why the forest is the easier place to find connection than a more urban setting.